What's up? Welcome to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Please do subscribe, turn the bell notifications if you're on the YouTube side. Right over here to blockchain. What is it? I don't even know where my direction is today. Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I've got some articles I found interesting that I'm going to read from today. So without further ado, let's just go right on into it. This is from Yahoo Finance. Let me see here. Going to do one thing here. Just gonna open up the chat over on Twitter. So if you want to comment or chat, you can go ahead during the stream or in the after cap videos on the YouTube side, what you'd like to see here on the channel, reviews, news, things that you find and you think it would be important to be having covered on Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Toomey, or whatever it is, Toomey vows to fix to badly flawed cryptocurrency broker plan and infrastructure bill. This is from Jennifer Skonberger, senior reporter for Yahoo Finance. So in the article, Senator Pat Toomey, ranking Senate member of the Senate Banking Committee, says he's prepared to fix the broad definition of a cryptocurrency broker that's contained within the Biden administration's infrastructure bill bogged down in Congress. The comments come as the House is pushing for an imminent vote on a $550 billion so-called hard infrastructure bill, which would invest in bridges to roads and the nation's broadband, water, and energy systems. The legislative language includes a provision to collect taxes on cryptocurrency gains estimated to raise $28 billion over 10 years to help pay for spending infrastructure. I absolutely want to fix this, Toomey told Yahoo Finance in an exclusive interview on Thursday. At issue, the legislation defines a cryptocurrency broker very broadly, allowing the Internal Revenue Service to target crypto miners, developers, and others who could be considered brokers even if they don't have any customers or have access to the information needed to comply with tax reporting requirements. The industry worries it will discourage innovation in the fast-growing sector. So, once more, I want to repeat that once more. Basically, at issue, the legislation defines a cryptocurrency broker very broadly, allowing the Internal Revenue Service to target crypto miners, developers, and others who could be considered brokers, even if they don't have any customers or have access to the information needed to comply with tax reporting requirements. And that's interesting because, essentially I was audited by the IRS for a broker-dealer. And that's because I was applying as such with FINRA, but didn't qualify and finished filing with FINRA because it's just not the right time at the time. But I was just opening up an account through my company with FINRA for eventual reporting reasons. So in that sense, the IRS took it as like, oh, this guy must be a broker dealer. So I had to submit all sorts of information, tons of interviews and stuff like that, just to realize I'm not broker dealering. So the industry worries it will discourage innovation in the fast-growing sector. The language is badly flawed. It could impose reporting requirements on participants that have no ability to even comply with the reporting requirements because they don't have the information that the requirements would impose, the Pennsylvania Republican added. Previously, Toomey negotiated a narrower definition with other senators in the administration, which all parties agreed on but never made it into the bill. It was a procedural problem that prevented us from getting our fix adopted, so that means we still have the opportunity to fix, Toomey told Yahoo Finance. We'll have to do it in subsequent legislation if they pass the infrastructure bill in its current form. The newer language would narrow the bill's definition of broker to better apply to true intermediaries in the crypto sphere. It would make clear that the new definition does not apply to cryptocurrency miners nor sellers of hardware and software wallets. While traditional security brokers like Charles Schwab or Fidelity are required to report clients' proceeds from stock and other transactions to the IRS, the government has not yet required tax reporting from cryptocurrency exchanges. This bill is a pay for. It's not about compliance. It's not needed because the IRS already has jurisdiction over digital assets, said Perian Boring, head of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. According to Boring, the bigger issue is that the IRS has not issued guidance on complying with taxes for cryptocurrencies, even as companies have asked for guidance and even more details from the IRS to comply with information reporting. That's from Yahoo Finance. On Toomey vows to fix badly flawed cryptocurrency broker plan in the infrastructure bill. I'm going to spin up this next article here. This next article I have to read from is Bakkt expands cryptocurrency offering to include Ethereum, right after this transition here. Yeah, if you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notifications here too. Blockchain tech and finance news. So Bakkt expands cryptocurrency offering to include Ethereum. This is from Business Wire. Doesn't show the author here though. Bakkt expands cryptocurrency offering to include Ethereum. Partners can now offer users the ability to buy, sell, and send Ethereum. And Business Wire, Bakkt Holdings Inc. NYSE BKKT ticker, stock ticker, a trusted digital asset platform that enables consumers to buy, sell, and send and spend a range of digital assets, announced that it is offering users and partners the ability to buy, sell, and hold Ethereum, the cryptocurrency of the Ethereum, ETH, the cryptocurrency of the Ethereum network, starting soon. Users can also send Ethereum to family and friends directly through the Bakkt app, with the addition of Ethereum to its existing capabilities with Bitcoin. Bakkt will offer users the ability to access two cryptocurrencies representing more than half of the market value of all cryptocurrencies. Bakkt's addition of Ethereum comes at a time of growing interest and adoption in cryptocurrencies. In its U.S. consumer crypto survey, Bakkt found nearly half of respondents had bought some form of cryptocurrency within the last year, underscoring the growing popularity of cryptocurrency. Many non-adopters also expressed interest in adopting the asset class before year end. Now, in addition to Bitcoin, partners can integrate with the Bakkt platform to enable their users to buy, sell, and send Ethereum. Institutional clients can also choose the Bakkt warehouse for custody of Ethereum. At Bakkt, providing flexible opportunities for users to enjoy their digital assets is a top consideration, and adding Ethereum brings a popular and growing cryptocurrency to our roster, said Bakkt CEO Gavin Michael. Bakkt users have already enjoyed the app's capabilities to leverage Bitcoin, and we are confident that our addition of Ethereum will be a complement of our growing ecosystem of partners and assets. Ethereum has grown in popularity over the past year, holding a sizable share of the crypto market, second only to Bitcoin. By giving users great opportunities to utilize their digital assets such as Ethereum, including buying, selling, spending, and sending, Bakkt facilitates the flow of digital commerce in line with the company's mission of connecting the digital economy. Bakkt's platform capabilities are also available to consumers through the Bakkt app to download the so you can go to the Google Play Store and the App Store. I've looked at it. I think I don't really use it, but I guess you can obtain easily Ethereum and Bitcoin now with the Bakkt app. And also, if you didn't know, they're going to be what is it, partnering? I was reading in another past article on a past episode. They're partnering with Microsoft so that Mastercard. I believe it was Mastercard that for settling payments, being able to settle payments through Bakkt for cryptocurrency. So you can use like Bitcoin and Ethereum on a retail sense, and the payments will settle through a USD stable value, but settled through the Bakkt platform as an intermediary, basically like OTC desk of Bitcoin and Ethereum, USD to sales like that, Let's see. Spin up this next article. Again, all of these articles will be in the recap video on the YouTube side after the episode is rendered out, so you can read at your own leisure or click other links within those articles that bring you to further articles that have further information on the topics at hand. All right, so the next article we have is EA Sports is looking at the NFTs and play-to-earn cryptocurrency games. So we're going to go ahead and go into that right after this transition. This is from PC Magazine writer Matthew Humphreys. EA is looking at NFTs and play-to-earn cryptocurrency games. Ubisoft is doing the same, but don't expect our favorite games to use the blockchain just yet. Things like Fortnite skins on the blockchain, as these won't surprise me. Some of us just want to buy and enjoy the games. We're looking at how to leverage NFTs and play-to-earn cryptocurrency games in the future. As Eurogamers report, EA CEO Andrew Wilson stated in an earnings call this week that both NFTs and play-to-earn games are an important part about the future of our industry. However, he also admitted that they aren't going to appear in any EA-published games anytime soon because it's still early to figure out how that's going to work. It's already working, man. The other people who are doing it aren't having to think about it; they're just doing it. The play-to-earn model rewards players with cryptocurrency and works with blockchain technology and form non-fungible tokens. NFT, on the other hand, are digital certificates for intellectual property, which could be utilized for many aspects of a game. For example, creating content for a specific title could result in an NFT being created. So the games already use the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and they could certainly integrate it into their games right now. So they don't need to think about how it's going to work. I can tell you that much. They could use the Bitcoin Lightning Network and smart contract-based token to use and utilize second layer scaling of the Bitcoin mainnet network to have NFT skins in their games very easily. For now, EA is acknowledging that this very new technology is going to be important, but nobody really knows how to utilize it effectively in games just yet. Deploying it in a new Battlefield, FIFA, or the Sims game isn't likely to happen because it could easily backfire and hurt sales. Yeah, because you'd be taking your assets outside of the freaking game and selling it to people. If it's immutable and there's only so many of them or something, like I don't know, design a house and your house is an NFT on your land and you sell it, in The Sims, that's my thought of it. There's also the question of regulation or the lack of it around cryptocurrencies at the moment, which could turn, I can't see like NFTs being in like the games like Sims and FIFA and Battlefield ever. I can only see it in like things like Fortnite, like PUBG or, I don't know. There's also a question of regulation or the lack of it around cryptocurrencies at the moment, which could turn into a minefield for EA. A few days ago, it was reported that Ubisoft is also looking at NFTs and blockchain. So this is certainly being taken seriously by the big game publishers. EA also, these games also have their own currencies in the game. So it's like their currencies I would mind, probably become a cryptocurrency as well, eventually in the future. It'll probably become NFTs and cryptocurrency in the games. EA also publishes Q2 financial, and they'll probably have their own marketplaces in the games between players. Uh, he also published its Q2 financial results yesterday, with Wilson stating that this was the strongest second quarter in the history of Electronic Arts, with more players around the world joining and engaging in our leading franchise, new launches, and live services. He's also expecting the company to enjoy strong sales over the holiday season, driven by Battlefield 2042, which launches on November 19th. I should probably do a get the game for that uh, game coming up. But anyways, I could see that. Let's see. Yeah, is that the whole article? That's the whole article. So yeah, that's EA is looking at NFTs and play to earn cryptocurrency game. I don't know what this is asking me. I could see Ethereum scaling to Ethereum 2.0, where it's going to be a delegated proof of sorry, not delegated proof of stake, a proof of stake blockchain, where it's going to be a much faster transactional speed and next to no gas fees or free network or whatever it's going to entail, to correct and probably have a lot of bigger industry players entering into Ethereum to utilize it, and or enter into, like I said, the Bitcoin Lightning Network second layer scaling. I'm going to set up the next article here. Is Eric Adams' mayor paycheck are to be coming in the form of Bitcoin cryptocurrency. So if you don't know, the new mayor of New York City, newly elected, is accepting his paychecks in Bitcoin. Let's go through this article, this transition. All right, so this article, mayor-elect Eric Adams says he'll take his 3 paychecks in crypto. Eric Adams said he plans to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin once he starts his new job as New York City's mayor in January, upstaging his counterpart in Miami and even some CEOs who run cryptocurrency companies. 2 days after winning the mayoral race, the Brooklyn Democrat used Twitter to announce how he will be paid, initially as a public servant. Adams tweeted that his 3 paycheck crypto gambit after reading a tweet from Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, who said he plans to accept 1 paycheck in Bitcoin. NYC is going to be the center of the cryptocurrency industry and other fast-growing innovative industries, Adams tweeted. Whether it's 1 paycheck or 3, what Adams and Suarez are personally betting on, a highly volatile cryptocurrency, is more than many business leaders in the crypto space are doing. So Jason Les, CEO of Bitcoin mining company Riot Blockchain, accepts part of his $240,000 salary in 10 Bitcoin, making him one of few crypto executives who eat their own company's cooking by getting paid in digital currency rather than old-fashioned greenbacks. Coinbase is one of the nation's largest publicly traded cryptocurrency platforms, yet its latest executive pay documents do not show CEO Brian Armstrong accepting any of his $16 million in total 2020 compensation in crypto. Coinbase gives Armstrong and other company executives an option of accepting some salary in crypto assets, but there's no documentation that he opted in. Coinbase did not respond to a request for comment Thursday. Likewise, Fred Thiel, CEO of Bitcoin mining company Marathon Digital, does not accept his $500,000 executive compensation in any cryptocurrency, nor does the company's chairman and former CEO Marek Okamoto, who made $368,715 last year. A company spokesman confirmed those details with CBS Money Watch on Thursday. The New York and Miami mayors technically will have to take their paycheck in dollars and then buy Bitcoin at the day's market rate using digital platforms like the Cash App or Coinbase. Adams could even just walk a few steps from City Hall and use a Bitcoin ATM on 12 John Street. The two mayors join a small group of well-known Americans who devote a portion of their pay to crypto. Greenback Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers said Monday he believes in Bitcoin and will take some of his NFL pay in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a new concept and can be intimidating, Rodgers said via Twitter. Speaking as a pitchman for Cash App, Rodgers also said he plans to give away $1 million worth of Bitcoin to his fans via Cash App. Bitcoin and other digital currencies have been the center of many of this year's wildest financial gains and losses. Although considered a highly unstable form of money by most financial experts, Bitcoin reached new highs earlier this year, in part because more companies are accepting it as a form of payment. Bitcoin has been trading at around $60,000 this week. At that price, Adams, who will earn around $260,000 annually as mayor, would need to turn his first 6 paychecks into crypto to buy just one Bitcoin, assuming a fortnightly pay schedule. Cryptocurrencies Ethereum and Dogecoin also hit record highs earlier this year, while celebrities including Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Kanye West, and others have thrown their names behind digital currencies of their liking. And as its popularity rises, cryptocurrency has been the target for many multi-million-dollar scams in recent history. Between January and July, cryptos accounted for $681 million in scam losses, according to a report from cryptocurrency intelligence from CipherTrace. So over $500 million. And this is from NYC Mayor-elect Eric Adams said he'll take his first 3 paychecks in crypto. I've got 2 more articles to read from today. I'm going to cut the stream. I'll be back on Monday with more blockchain, tech, and finance news. So if you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, smash the like here to blockchain, tech, and finance news. Next article I have are NFTs are loot in this new $21 million gaming venture. So there are blockchain games that are releasing, whether it be through EA or Ubisoft or whatever it is. There's independent studios that are going to release games and put them through different marketplaces. Might not be Steam because Steam is banning games, but build their own marketplace. Let's go check this next article out right after this transition. So it's from NFT Italy. NFT Cali. I don't really know. It's a blog. NFTICALLY blog. NFTs are loot in this new $21 million crypto gaming venture. This article is ported over from Bloomberg, because Bloomberg wants to charge me to read news. NFTs are loot in this new. I don't think the news is that important, because especially when it's being ported over. So most likely this place is porting it over from an article from the paying for it. NFTs are in video games power immutability, ownership, interoperability, and scarcity. While NFT gaming has been fast to redefine the gaming industry, video games are also being accepted and welcomed in return. Recently, gaming giant Atari announced its plan about setting up a crypto casino using the blockchain technology of Ethereum network. In fact, NFT gaming has been a prominent part of NFT's 2.5 billion sales in the initial half of 2021. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to like reading the Bloomberg articles if it was like, in a sense, it could be like a Bitcoin or a crypto-based blog type platform where you pay for the article with a little bit of ETH or BNB or something. $21 million game fund featuring NFT loot. Do you ever wonder if you could exist within the same timeline of the world's first crypto-based live-action PC game? Wish you could live and experience such a historic moment. Well, that moment is now happening is now a happening possibility with NFT gaming. It's already happening with Light Night. and some other games. A bunch of gaming veterans from alumni of companies such as Epic Games, Riot Games, Blizzard Entertainment, Electronic Arts, and Decentraland have raised $10.3 million from an initial round A of funding in order to launch their company, Big Time Studios. The company, oh, okay, so a bunch of gaming veterans from the alumni companies, basically, they broke off from Epic Games, Riot Games, Blizzard Entertainment, Electronic Arts, Decentraland, and they raised 10.3 million, and now they started Big Time Studios. The company is powering NFT Gaming by building its first action role-playing game. The raised sum will help to develop the software that lets players buy and sell NFT-based virtual items. Big Time Studio founder and CEO Ari Malich shared his deep interest in NFT and says NFTs are ready for prime time. We've seen a lot of attraction as of late. I'm excited about this space. FBG Capital has reportedly led and succeeded the funding along with support from reputable investment firms like North Island Ventures, Digital Currency Group, OKEx Blockdream Ventures, Alameda Research, Ashton Kutcher's Sound Ventures, and likewise. Big Time Studio promises to invest in the companies adopting their technology from an $11 million fund they are close to forming. After all, the company's team has always been OGs bringing their knowledge to the world of NFT gaming. All 25 members have worked on major gaming successes, for example, Call of Duty, God of War, and Fortnite. We can therefore collectively agree that NFT gaming is the next big push. So the NFT loot. The first game they plan to drop is called Big Time. It's a multiplayer live-action PC game. Users can form teams, explore multiple levels, combat opponents to collect NFT-based loots. However, what's new is the play-to-earn component. You know what I didn't actually I think this is on the Ethereum network. I think it's on Ethereum. However, what's new is the play-to-earn component that lets players earn something of value by investing their time in it. Moreover, the obtained items may be desirable to other players in the game, can be transferred and sold for real money. Additionally, the game is going to be free to play except for virtual assets that players choose to buy. Moreover, players will be able to buy, sell, trade, lend, or even gift these items, allowing more user control over them. Malich also shared that his company is planning to drive secondary revenue via fees collected from other NFT enthusiastic gaming ventures. While we talk about this exciting news, it is important to understand what NFTs are and how they work so well with the gaming landscape. What are NFTs? Non-fungible tokens uniquely represent digital assets. They are a modern-day boon. I think they meant to say boom. I don't know. To the crypto and blockchain enthusiasts, they have become the talk around the metaversal domain. Each piece of NFT possesses a unique hash that ensures security and protection from forgery or malpractice, or deletion or loss. However, moreover, they verify the originality and ownership of the contents inside the NFTs. The data within these tokens can symbolize videos, art, music, tweets, even memes, or skins in games or items. Name anything you can that exists digitally, and you can turn it into an NFT. That brings us to our next question. What is NFT gaming? In a nutshell, NFT games are nothing but games consisting of NFTs. You come and play the game, win NFT collectibles, list them up on your marketplace, and earn revenue. It facilitates and promotes NFTs and their tradability in a fun and interactive way, i.e. play through playable video games. Who knows, you might be the next richest gamer in the world. It evaluated technically, this aids gaming platforms and companies to utilize the power of NFTs. Not only can they earn from the game sales and merchandise, but they can also approach the crypto investor enthusiast community. These distinct functionalities help transfer features easily and accessibly across varying platforms. In the conclusion, the NFT. Oh, I'm not going to read about that. Anyways, well, that's the blog sets right here from NFT Ecoli, whatever that is. I'm going to spin up the next article. I have one last article. I'm going to close out the stream for the day. This is from the technology sector. From autonomous robots, rover provides new insight into life on the deep abyssal seafloor. I found that interesting. We're going to go right into that after this transition. On the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notifications here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News, and I'll have all of these articles in the recap on the video on YouTube. So you can click through and read through at your own discussion, but also leave your comments and chat and let me know what you'd like to see covered on Blockchain Tech and Finance News. In chat, I can see your names in the chat. My FOMO reacts. Madden NFTs will be huge. Yeah, Madden NFL NFTs. Yeah, most definitely in football and other sports. They're already doing, like, the NFT people and the NBA players are already doing the NFT cards. Most definitely in football and other sports, they will be likely collecting baseball cards. Yeah. So, person in the chat's going, collecting baseball cards. Yeah, exactly. And they'll probably be in the games as well. Like, your character will also probably collect an NFT card or something, right? All right. Let's go right into this transition. Oh, turn that. There we go. So this last article is in technology. It's from SciTechDaily.com. Autonomous robotic rover provides new insight into life on the deep abyssal seafloor. It's from Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute. So MBARI's benthic rover 2 travels across the muddy seafloor, taking photographs and measuring how much oxygen bottom-dwelling animals and microbes are using over time. The information gathered by this autonomous rover has helped scientists understand how carbon cycles from the surface to the seafloor. How carbon cycles from the surface to the seafloor. Autonomous robotic rover helps scientists with long-term monitoring of deep-sea carbon cycle and climate change. The sheer expanse of the deep sea and technological challenges of working in an extreme environment makes these depths difficult to access and study. Scientists know more about the surface of the moon than the deep seafloor. MBARI is leveraging advancements in robotic technologies to address this disparity. An autonomous robotic rover, benthic rover 2, has provided new insight into life on the abyssal seafloor, 4,000 meters or 13,100 feet beneath the surface of the ocean. A study published today in Science Robotics detailed the development and proven long-term operation of this rover. This innovative mobile laboratory has further revealed the role of the deep sea in cycling carbon. The data collected by this rover are fundamental to understanding the impacts of climate change on the ocean. The success of this abyssal rover now permits long-term monitoring of the coupling between the water column and seafloor. Understanding these connected processes is critical to predicting the health and productivity of our planet engulfed in a changing climate, said MBARI senior scientist Ken Smith. Despite its distance from the sunlight shallows, the deep sea floor is connected to the waters above and is vital for carbon cycling and sequestration. Bits of, I don't even know what that is. Bits of organic matter, including, I'll have to Google that. Sequestration. Including dead plants and animals, mucus and excreted waste slowly sink through the water column to the seafloor. The community of animals and microbes on and in the mud digest some of this carbon, while the rest might get locked in deep sea sediments for up to thousands of years. The deep sea plays an important role in Earth's carbon cycle and climate, yet we still know little about the process happening thousands of meters below the surface. Engineering obstacles like extreme pressure and the corrosive nature of seawater make it difficult to send equipment to the abyssal seafloor to study and monitor the ebb and flow of carbon. In the past, Smith and other scientists relied on stationary instruments to study carbon consumption by deep seafloor communities. They could only deploy these instruments for a few days at a time by building on 25 years of engineering innovation. And MBARI has developed a long-term solution for monitoring the abyssal seafloor. Exciting events in the deep sea generally occur both briefly and at unpredictable intervals. That's why having a continuous monitoring with benthic rover 2 is so crucial, explained electrical engineering group lead Alana Sherman. If you're not watching all the time, you're likely to miss the main action. Benthic Rover 2 is the result of the hard work of a collaborative team of MBARI engineers. I don't know if it's MBARI or MBARI. I'm going to say MBARI, but engineers and scientists led by Smith and Sherman. Engineers at MBARI designed benthic Rover 2 to handle the cold, corrosive, and high-pressure conditions of the deep sea. Constructed from corrosive-resistant titanium, plastic, and pressure-resistant syntactic foam. This rover can withstand deployments of up to 6,000 meters, about 19,700 feet deep. In addition to the physical challenges of operating in these extreme conditions, We also had to design a computer control system and software reliable enough to run for a year without crashing. Nobody is there to press a reset button, explained Embari electrical engineer Paul McGill. The electronics also have to consume very little power so that we can carry enough batteries to last for a year. Despite all it does, the rover consumes an average of only 2 watts, about the same as an iPhone. Benthic Rover 2 is about the size of a small car, 2.6 meters, 8.5 feet long, 1.7 meters, 5.6 feet wide, and 1.5 or 4.9 feet high, and treads gently over the muddy bottom on a pair of wide rubber tracks. Researchers deploy Benthic Rover. Oh, what happened here? Just I clicked over to another article. Here we go. Where are we there? Yep. Researchers deploy Benthic Rover 2 from Embari's vessel, the RV Western Flyer. The ship's crew gingerly lowers the rover into the water and releases it to a free fall into the to the ocean floor. It takes the rover about 2 hours to reach the bottom. Once it lands on the seafloor, the rover can begin its mission. First, sensors check the current's flow along the seafloor, then they detect favorable currents. The rover moves up or across the current to reach an undisturbed site to begin collecting data. Cameras on the front of the rover photograph the seafloor and measure fluorescence. This distinctive glow of chlorophyll under blue light reveals how much fresh phytoplankton and other plant debris has landed on the seafloor. Sensors log the temperature and oxygen concentration of the waters just above the bottom. Next, the rover lowers a pair of transparent respirometer chambers that measure the oxygen consumption of the community of life in the mud for 48 hours. As animals and microbes digest organic matter, they use oxygen and release carbon dioxide in a specific ratio. Knowing how much oxygen these animals and microbes use is crucial for understanding carbon remineralization, the breakdown of organic matter into simpler components, including carbon dioxide. After 48 hours, the rover raises the respirometer chambers and moves 10 meters, 32 feet forward, careful not to cross its previous path, and selects another site to sample. It repeats this sampling pattern over and over for a duration of deployment, typically a full year. At the end of each deployment, the RV Western Flyer returns to recover the rover, downloading its data, swapping out its battery, and returning it to the deep sea floor for another year. Within each year-long deployment, the Embari team launches another autonomous robot, the Wave Glider, from shore to return quarterly to check on Benthic Rover 2's progress. The rover can't communicate with us directly to tell us its location or condition, so we send a robot to find our robot, explained McGill. An acoustic transmitter on Wave Glider pings the rover on the seafloor below. The rover then sends us status updates and sample data to the glider overhead. The glider then transmits that data to researchers onshore via satellite. Data from Benthic Rover 2 have helped us quantify when, how much, and what sources of carbon might be sequestered or stored in the abyssal seafloor, said Embari's senior research specialist Chrissy Hufford. For the past 7 years, Benthic Rover 2 has been continuously operational at Station M, an Embari research site located 225 kilometers, 140 miles off the coast of Central California. Station M lies 13,100 feet below the ocean floor. 4,000 meters. As deep as the average depth of the ocean, making it a good model system for studying abyssal ecosystems. Over the past 32 years, Smith and his team have constructed a unique underwater observatory at Station M Benthic Rover 2, and a suite of other instruments operate there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a full year without servicing. The rover's reliable performance over 7 years, spending 99% of its life on the seafloor, is a result of many years of testing, troubleshooting, and developing the best techniques to maintain the vehicle, said Sherman. It's a great example of what's possible when applying technology to challenging problems in science. Data collected at Station M shows that the deep sea is far from static. Physical, chemical, and biological conditions can change dramatically over timescales, changing from hours to decades. The surface waters of the California Current over Station M team with phytoplankton in the spring and summer. These seasonal pulses and productivities cascade from the water column to the seafloor. Much of the sinking organic matter known as marine snow originated as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Over the past decade, MBARI researchers have observed a dramatic increase in large pulses of marine snow falling to the seafloor at Station M. These episodic events account for an increasing fraction of the yearly food supply at this site. In 7 years of operation at Station M, Benthic Rover 2 recorded significant weekly, seasonal, annual, and episodic events, all providing data that help MBARI researchers understand the deep sea carbon cycle. Between November 2015 and November 2020, Benthic Rover 2 recorded a substantial increase in the rain of dead phytoplankton and other plant-rich debris landing on the abyssal seafloor from the waters overhead. A decrease in the concentration of dissolved oxygen in the waters just above the water seafloor accompanied this windfall of organic matter. Traditional short-term monitoring tools would not have detected the fluctuation that drive long-term changes and trends. Benthic Rover 2 has revealed a more complete picture of how carbon moves from the surface to the seafloor. Benthic Rover 2 has alerted us to important short-term and long-term changes in the deep sea that are being missed, and global models, underscored Hufford. The success of Benthic Rover 2 and MBARI's ongoing work at Station M highlights how persistent platforms and long-term observations can further our understanding of the largest living space on Earth. With more companies looking to extract mineral resources from the deep seafloor, these data also give valuable insights into the baseline conditions in areas under consideration for industrial development or deep sea mining. The ocean is also a crucial component to Earth's carbon cycle and climate. The ocean and its biological communities are a sink for carbon dioxide. Burning fossil fuels, raising livestock, and clearing forests release billions of tons of carbon dioxide into our atmosphere every year. The ocean has buffered us from the worst impacts by absorbing more than 25% of this excess carbon dioxide. Facing a changing climate, understanding how carbon flows between the ocean's sunlit surface and its dark depths are more important than ever. So basically it's saying that, burning fossil fuels, raising livestock, all these like heating elements are basically falling back down as the carbon dioxide sinks into the bottom of the ocean from above the surface of the waters. And that's probably why the ocean floors are also heating up. So it's not just from like holes in the ozone layer, the amount of heat being dissipated from carbon dioxide from fossil fuels and all sorts of things expanding into the air each and every day that's hitting the ice polar caps on the top. Also, it's like from below heating up. So it's like a double-edged sword of the rising sea level thing. Anyways, that's all I have for today. But the main point of that article is how the Sea Rover bot can provide data. I will be back on Monday with more blockchain tech and finance news. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notification here to blockchain tech and finance news. And I will see you on the next episode. Cheers.